Are you a successful trader? Or are you an unsuccessful trader? And if you're an unsuccessful trader, really ask yourself this. How many indicators, how many confirmations, how many edges, how many ideas, how many of all of these things are you looking at to get into a trade? If it's only one or two, chances are you are going to have a very hard time succeeding as a trader. All right, traders, we're going to play a little game, okay? I want you to tell me about 5 different reasons, at least 5 reasons, that I went long, where I went long on BA. I'll give you the sell reasons, but I want you to think about this for about 30 seconds or something, and you tell me. You analyze the chart, and you have the benefit of being able to see it as the whole picture, to see where I entered in, but sometimes you still might miss something, okay? Now, I won't say anything about like time and sales because you can't see that. Just from what you see on the chart when I got it, give me 5 different reasons at least. Think about it right now. Write it down if you want to. Really, really think about writing this down, okay? Go. Alright, traders, so I'll give you at least 5 reasons, and I want my edge. I want my trading to have at least 5 indicators and reasons, and I want them to be on different time frames and have nothing to do with any specific time frame, as well as just the overall kind of sentiment of the stock, okay? So I want to combine all these things to have it be in my favor. Alright, so let's share it with you. Let's just start on the 1 because I am trying to use the 1 in this way. 1, I have a big hammer, okay, big hammer at the bottom of a trend. That's 1. That hammer, so there's 1. That hammer aligns up with the 50 moving average, and you know I love that 50 moving average. That's 2. And that 50 moving average hammer, that 50 moving average hammer lines up with increasing volume. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, that hammer on the 1, it doesn't have to equal a hammer on the 2. And you can still have volume that makes up not significant volume on the 2 if you have 1 light candle and 1 heavy candle volume on the 1. So this isn't the exact same thing, I promise you. You can get a high volume hammer candle at the bottom of a trend on the 1 that does not look like that whatsoever on the 2. You gotta trust me on that. So now you have a hammer with the nice volume on the 2. That's 5, okay? Now what do I got on the 5-minute chart? Nothing, right? This looks weak. It's engulfing. It's going down. I do have the moving average support, which I love, but at this point, this was not a 5-minute play, okay? What about on the 15? I know what this kind of chart looks like. You've got this heavy bullish candle at the final of the pre-market. You got this nasty shooting star, but you have that hammer that makes up this bottom. And if it holds this bottom and it turns into a double bottom on the 1, and now I'm going to go back and share with you something on the 1. But if this holds right here, and now I'm playing a very good setup with a tight stop on the 1-minute chart, the 2-minute chart, and a 5-minute chart, where if it holds on the 15-minute chart, it's going to make a big move up. So again, I've got 5 already, but let's note this. Look at this trend down to the moving average support, go up, and look how I wait. Look how I don't play the breakout of this hammer because I know how price action works. So here's number 6, waiting for it to come back down, okay? Right there, I get in once, twice, 3 times because I am loving this. I have minimized my stop completely, okay? I've minimized my risk. So I wait. So now I've got the bounce and the double bottom. So now we're up to 6 things. And then again, with this idea that it's not going to break the 15 because this is going to be a bull flag, with the double bottom and the increase in the volume and the candlesticks, I'm going to go with 7 now. Okay. Now 8, am I in a 60-minute uptrend? Heck yeah, I am in a 60-minute uptrend. There's no doubt about that. This looks bullish on the 60-minute chart. Does this look bullish to you on the 1-minute chart? Maybe not. But does it look bullish to you on the 60-minute chart? Yeah, it does. Okay, so now we're up to 8. That's why I have these time frames up. And then look at this daily. I noted this in our chat room. These last two candles, this one today opens up here on the SPY. This gaps up. That is independent traders. That's where I want to find my edge. Making sure I trade things that are independent. Now, I do wish that I had high relative volume, and I didn't. And I did note that, okay? So now I've got about, I don't know, it was either 9 or 10 things going in my favor. Now look what I had to do. I put a hard stop in the market. I got in at 383.86, so I put a hard stop in the market at the bottom right here. And look what I had to withstand. I had to withstand this, and then the second time, and look, I had the move, and then I get this nasty dump. And yeah, I thought this was going to be a losing trade. I honestly did. But what did I do? I entered my position. I took my hands off the keyboard. I didn't micromanage, and I sat back, and I'm like, if I get stopped out, there's so many things going for me. I like this trade. No problem if I get stopped out. And that's what I did. And then you can see it held. It was a few pennies away, and it held. So then I'm not super thrilled with my exits, okay? It was a good trade, but boy, I had more room. Whoops. I could improve my exits. I get out here, my risk to reward, my first partial. Then I get out here because of this really big volume, and it's breaking back down through the 50. But I didn't get out all my shares, so I am proud of myself for leaving, a percent of my shares, which I think was like 30% of my shares. And so I got this final exit, which was killer, okay? I'm very, very happy with this exit right here. Although it looked so bullish on the 5-minute chart at that moment I was getting out, I was like, all right, I don't need to hold anymore. I kind of need to go anyways. Let's not be greedy. Let's execute this properly and get out of here. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps you to think about how many different reasons are you getting into a trade. Are you a successful trader? Or are you an unsuccessful trader? And if you're an unsuccessful trader, really ask yourself this. How many indicators, how many confirmations, how many edges, how many ideas, how many of all of these things are you looking at to get into a trade? If it's only 1 or 2, chances are you are going to have a very hard time succeeding as a trader. The more reasons you find through any resource, through BBT, through me, through other people, that you can pick and choose to incorporate into your own trading, every time you do that, the chances of you succeeding are going to be higher over time. Okay? And that's just for the technical side. We're not even talking about what do you do when you're wrong on a trade. What about proper risk management? How many share size? There's so much more going on than just the technicals. But if we are thinking about the technicals, how many reasons do you have to get in a trade? And if it's only 1 or 2, I really want you to think about what you're doing in the stock market, what you're doing as a day trader. Okay? Thanks so much. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to comment below. Thank you very much.